to another edition of Toddster's Magical Mystery Review. I'm your host Toddster, and today we're going to take a look at Give My Regards to Broad Street by Paul McCartney. Came out October 22nd, 1984 on Polyphone and EMI. Yes, and this was the soundtrack of Paul's little movie that he made by this time. So what was Paul up to? Well, he was pretty much busy by this time. He was working on Tug of War and Pipes of Peace, and then he had this he decided to make a little movie, and he sort of like decided to write the screenplay for it, and of course he brought along Ringo along to co-star in this movie. And for those of you who haven't seen the movie, it's about like sort of a little bit like Hard Day's Night, a day in the life of a rock star, but yet the master tape of his new album has gone missing, and so he goes from recording studio to rehearsal to making a video and interviews and all that, while he's trying to find out where's the new album, where's the masters. But of course the movie just tanked. It was a complete, well, guess you probably say no one gave their regards. But the soundtrack did pretty well. It was number one for a week in England, and so like I think it was like top 10 in America as well. But let's get into the songs. So we start off with the lead-off singer and probably the theme tune of the movie, "No More Lonely Nights." Oh my God, what to say? What a killer ballad this is. I mean it's, oh God, it's wonderful, and Dave Gilmour, puts in a lot of great guitar work on this song. Lovely song, wonderful song. Probably one of his best later tunes that Paul did, and then we go into a pretty faithful version of "Good Day Sunshine," in which Paul did all by himself. It sort of sounds like if Paul did one of those albums for K-Tel, so where he re-records all his Beatle tunes, and but it's not that bad. I don't mind this version. Pretty faithful. And then we go into a sort of like a medley type bit. Yesterday, Here, There and Everywhere, and Wanderlust, which was done with a horn section, and Ringo, well, at least on Wanderlust, while tries to find brushes, if you ever seen the movie. But they're okay versions, good versions, and yet I think I've watched someone ask Paul, why he changed the lyrics a bit of Here, There and Everywhere. Instead of "To lead a better life, I need a love to be here," or to "I need a love of my own." And Paul was like, "Oh, I didn't notice that." Maybe he forgot a bit or something like that, but yeah. And then we go into Ballroom Dancing. It's another okay version. Even though I like it when Paul shouts out, "Wave the sword!" But it's a little bit extended from the original, as far as I think. When perhaps to showcase the little, when the rockers come in and starts a knife fight or whatever. But yet it features John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin on bass. And yeah, so, and then we go into a more updated version of Silly Love Songs, which is a bit meh, but yet features members of Toto backing him up. Yet even the film sequence is pretty weird, you know, when, you know, you see Paul and the gang all dressed up in white, you know, these little, you know, white makeup and sort of like white crew cut mullet type wigs, something like that. Yeah, I mean, you might guess they had some tea sessions in between. And then we go into one of the new songs of the movie, I'm Not Such a Bad Boy. Yeah, it's a pretty good rocker, which, you know, I think it should have been on Pipes of Peace. I mean, if it was on Pipes of Peace, it would have given more rock edge to it, you know, and probably make a better album than it was, or something like that. Yeah, but then, and then we flip the record to second side. So Bad, also almost identical to the original, and it's another great version. And then we move on to the other new song, No Values. Again, another great low rocker. Yet it was edited just a little bit for the soundtrack. Well, in fact, I should let you know that if one bought the vinyl version of this album, it's so different from what they get from the if they bought it on cassette or even CD, because if you get the CD version, it's all full versions, but if you got the vinyl version, some of it has been edited down. You know, it's, you know, sort of like I think it was edited down like 15 minutes shorts. Yeah, so where were we? Oh yeah, and then we move on to For No One, which is a very nice version with string section. Yeah, it's beautifully done, just as it is on the original. And then Eleanor Rigby. Yeah, and it's okay, but yet it sort of extends into a classical piece that Paul wrote called Eleanor's Dream, which is okay, but it's a bit boring just hearing this piece. I mean it's best to hear it when watching the movie, you know. That's sort of like my opinion. But then we go into a more laid-back version of The Long and Winding Road, you know, and instead of, you know, strings and horns, you hear a saxophone. And if I'm really brutally honest, I sort of prefer this version over the original. You know, it's, you know, well, sounds a bit better for my ears. And then we go into a more upbeat dance version of No More Lonely Nights, the play-out version, as it is, which is again, yeah, me. And that's so that's the album. Well, if you had it on vinyl and cassette, but if you had the CD version, you had an extra track, and it was Goodnight Princess. And there's sort of like a nice 40s style instrumental piece that Paul wrote, you know, sort of like reminiscent of, you know, his dad's big band days. And it's the one where it's played when Paul meets Ralph Richardson. You know, I think it was, he played like the owner of this bar, of the guy that this guy that had the master tapes where he went missing, and he's asking, where, have you seen him, or was he carrying a box? Excuse me. Yeah, so that's the album, and so my closing remark. Well, it's an okay soundtrack. I don't mind the remakes on this album, but yet I think had it focused more attention to this movie, sort of like back to what I said to Pipes of Peace, Poops of Piss. Had he focused more attention on this, it probably would have been more successful than it did. But yeah, so my rating, I'm gonna give this 2.5 Pauls out of 5. Yes, 2.5 Pauls for Give My Regards to Broad Street. And yeah, so there it is. My name is Toddster, and you just watched another Magical Mystery Review. And we'll see you next time. Until then, toodaloo.